I'm Angie, and you're watching Dante's Vaccination.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So it's not surprising when it comes to the sport of boxing, the words controversy and boxing are synonymous. There have been 3 fights that have ended in controversy this year that stood out the most. And the reason why they stood out the most is because the professional boxing experts are the ones that came out and called foul play, said there was a robbery, said the wrong guy got the decision. It's always completely different when professional boxers are coming out and they're the ones that are protesting the decision. Because professional boxers don't usually have an agenda when they tell you who they thought won the fight, at least the majority of them. I'm not saying all of them. With that being said, there were 3 fights in particular that ended in controversy. In all 3 of these fights, there was a massive favorite that was expected to win. And in all 3 of those fights, the majority of the boxing experts felt the wrong guy got the decision. Let's talk about the 3 fights. It was Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. It was KSI versus Tommy Fury. And it was Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. Now let's first talk about KSI versus Tommy Fury. What obviously makes that fight significant, there's a couple things that makes that fight significant. One is the fact that Tommy Fury is Tyson Fury's little brother. And number 2, you had a professional boxer in Tommy Fury fighting against an influencer in KSI.
If you ask me, and I think you just did, I'm going to give this to KSI. I think it was 3-3, but you take the point deduction, I think KSI wins the fight.
I think I may agree with you, and that is hard to believe.
That right there was DAZN's commentary team. And let me tell you something. When you have DAZN's commentary team admitting that they believe Tyson Fury's brother not only lost to a YouTuber, but lost to a black YouTuber, and they still admit that they felt Tommy Fury lost the fight, that's when you know for sure it's a robbery. Now, what makes that whole situation so ironic is after Tommy Fury won the fight, even Tyson Fury and his father said that they would have had no problems if they would have gave the decision to KSI. That right there tells me that if they were not related to Tommy Fury, they would have easily came out and said, I thought KSI won the fight. Just like the majority of other professional boxers said when they did their interviews and reacted to the decision. You know, speaking of that fight with KSI and Tommy Fury, I remember Tyson Fury was there. They interviewed him and gave him a chance to promote his fight with Francis Ngannou. Who would have thought that Tyson Fury would end up pretty much in the same situation his little brother was in, but a lot worse, because Tyson Fury was supposed to be the best heavyweight in the division. And all of a sudden, he's fighting against a guy that doesn't have one single amateur or professional fight going into that fight. And he ended up doing worse than his brother Tommy Fury did against KSI, getting knocked down against Francis Ngannou. Now that brings us to the Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois fight. More controversy. In this fight, Alexander Usyk, he gets caught with a perfect body shot that drops him to the ground. Usyk tried to act like it was a low blow, and the referee, he ruled it as a low blow. What's so funny about that situation is Usyk has been knocked down with body shots previously in other fights, and in those fights, he did the exact same thing. He tried to react as if it was a low blow, but in that fight, the referee, he ruled it as a knockdown. If that body shot that Usyk landed would have been ruled a knockdown, there's a very good chance Usyk would not have made the count and he would have been knocked out. So if there was a different referee working that fight, we would have had a new heavyweight champion that night. And the same thing can be said about the judges that scored that fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. So it's pretty crazy when you think about it, because now we're going to have the 2 heavyweight champions fighting against each other possibly next year when both of them should have lost their last fight. At least that's what the majority of the experts believe. But the fact that people have seen all of this play out with their own eyes, it definitely hurts the buildup of a fight between Tyson Fury and Usyk. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LOD Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.